What is going on, everyone? Hope you all are having a good day and welcome to a new video. For the past few days I've been doing all kinds of courses and tutorials trying to learn Python, and as all those courses are saying, I'm done with the basics. So I have decided to share them with you guys, even though on some points I have to still work as well. Let's get into it. So first thing we have to do is go up here, new Python file, give it a name. I'll call it recap, and basically this is where you will be coding. Now first thing we want to do is print a message, right? And this is how it works: brackets, quotation marks, and just type in the message. Okay, now you have to look for this button right here, which is the run button. Go to Python interpreter, latest version, apply and run. You'll see that your message will show up here. Now that we know how to print a message, let's talk about variables, which is basically giving a name to a text, a sentence. For example, if it's a long sentence and then you want to print it, instead of just writing the whole sentence, instead of typing in the whole sentence, you will give the sentence, the specific sentence, a name. Let's say text, right? Text equals quotation marks, my name is, then print brackets. Don't forget about the brackets when you print a message. Name. No, we don't need quotation marks when we print a variable. Okay, we don't use quotation marks. If we do use quotation marks, then what will happen? It will print the word name. Okay, so we don't want to use quotation marks. Now see what we did, right? We basically named this thing, right? My name is, as text, so that we won't be supposed to type the whole sentence when we want to print it. We won't be supposed to type in my name is. We'll just oh, I'm sorry, this is supposed to be text. Okay, you'll see that my name is will show up. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is strings. Strings is when you're having two variables and you want to connect them together, right? So for example, we have as text my name is, and we want to continue the sentence with the name, right? So what we're going to do is create a new variable which we're going to name name, then equals, then my name, which is Vlad. So we don't need this anymore. We'll type in print again, print brackets, quotation mark, and what we're going to do is just type in the name of the variable. So it's text, and we don't need quotation marks. Then plus name. Okay, so as you can see, the message showed up, but there is a mistake, right? We don't want it to be like this. We don't want Vlad to be connected with is. So what we have to do to fix this, and remember, you always have to do this, otherwise your sentence will be all connected. You have to know, like, this is the first sentence, right? My name is, and then this is the word we want to connect the sentence with. So we want a space to be in between, right? So we'll just put a space between the quotation mark and is. Now if we run the program, you'll see that it's fixed. Another thing about strings is when using them in a single variable, like in this case, right? For example, you just create a variable, then type in the whole sentence, and you want it to be printed on different lines, just like this, right? Now as you can see, if you do it this way, it won't work, right? So what you have to do for this to work is just use triple quotation marks. Okay, So there is 3 and there is 1, 2, 3. When you use triple quotation marks and you run the program, obviously you have to use the print command as well, so that will show up. So you just print name. As you can see now, it works and it's coming in different lines. Now that we know what variable is, what string is, and how to print a message, let's talk about calculations and what signs we need to use to, for example, we want to do a multiplication, right? We'll use star, okay? But let's do all of them step by step. Now, there is two ways you can do this. Just, for example, you just have a simple calculation. You just want the program to calculate, let's say 2 plus 2, yeah? You'll just print and then type in 2 plus 2. Then when you run the program, the answer will show up 4, okay? Now, another way you can do this is give the calculation a name. And let's actually do all of them. Let's start with addition. So addition equals 2 plus 2. Subtraction equals 2 minus 2. Okay, 2 minus 2. Multiplication equals 2 times 2. Okay, then division equals 2. We use slash for division and 2. Okay, now you can either print all of them, okay, using print command and print addition, then print subtraction, and so on. As you can see, when you run the program, the answers will come in different lines, 4, then 8, then yeah, so on. However, there is one thing about division, and by the way, when you want to print integers like numbers or whatever, like if it's just a number and there is no letters, you can just print without quotation marks. It will still work. Let's say we have a division like 15 divided by 7, which the answer will be 2.14 and so on. And you want to find the remainder. There is a way to do that. Okay, we just use the percentage sign and run. The remainder is 1, obviously. Okay, so if you're not sure there is a remainder or not, and you want to check, let's use a division like 133 divided by 7, and this division has no remainder, but we're just checking up, yeah? It will show up as 0. That means there is no remainder, okay? Let's do a small exercise. Let's say we're having a shopping list and we want to buy 5 cucumbers, right? Now, we know the price of 1 cucumber and we want to find out the total cost. So what we're going to do is create a variable called cucumbers equals 5. Then price per cucumber. By the way, this is one more thing. When you create a variable made of more than one word, we use underscore instead of space. That's how it works. If you don't use underscore and you just use space, right, then print, oh sorry, then as you can see, when you run the program, you'll have an error. So yeah, we have to use underscore instead of space. So price per cucumber will be 3.14, let's say. And we want to find out the total cost, right? So what we're going to do is use a multiplication. 3 times, no, 5 times 3.14, and let's actually put a space between them so that it will be easier for us to read. And we also want to print because we want the answer to show up, so we'll just use the name of the variable, total cost. Now when you run the program, you should have your answer, which is 15.700 and so on. What if you want to type in a message and you don't want it to show up? Maybe like a reminder, or yeah, whatever. You just have to use a hashtag, type in whatever you want. Okay, then run the program, and as you can see, it won't give you no error, and it won't show up here. In Python, booleans are defined as values like true or false, right? So we have a text right here. Hi, I'm Maria and I live in Dubai. I'm an expert Python coder. I'm 21 years old and I plan to program cool stuff. Let's say we want to print that her name is Maria, either it's true or false, and her name is, will do 12 years old, and let's see like if it's true or false, right? What we have to do is create a variable called name is Maria, right? Equals to, when you type in true or false, you always have to type them with a capital letter. If you type them with no capital letter, then you can see the color doesn't change, which means it hasn't been applied. Then age is 12, right? Equals false. As you can see, her age is 21, not 12. And yeah, her name is Maria, which is true. Then let's print. Print name is Maria, and as well print age is 12. Now when you run the program, you can see here it's true and false, right? Which it is. Let's talk about value errors. And I typed in an example for you. We're having the variable called age, which is 13, and what we want to print is I am plus age plus 13 years old. So it should come as I am 13 years old, right? And then when we run the program, it will come as an error. And how do we fix this? We have to make out of this integer a string. So we will just type in str before age, which is an integer. Age is an integer, and we have to make it a string, right? Now when we write the program, it will come with no errors.